Valentine's week. So at this time, if you have anyone who's a minor, I would suggest that you put your headset on or get yourself in a place where you can enjoy your time on Planet Remix. But until then, put the babies out, do what you need to do so we can be responsible while knowing our magic. This show, this information, we dive into a lot of things that are adult content. And so therefore, if you are a minor, I want you to stop what you're doing right now, and I definitely want you to get your parent or your guardian's consent before diving into the remix. Well, enjoy. Enjoy the share. Yeah, and keep knowing your magic. We just gotta be responsible while growing up on planet Earth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Peace and greetings, everyone. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. I am your host, of course, Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. And I want to welcome you all in to the remix. Wow. Peace and greetings, Soul Family. Yeah. I want to do a sound check. I've been getting some notifications that, oh, thank you for that, Priestess Erica. So the sound is good. Welcome on in. I do want to let you know that the Blue Room is open and you are certainly more welcome. You're so welcome to come on over and join us in the Blue Room. I'm going to give you those cosmic directions, but first of all, I just want to say, my goodness, good morning, good night, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're tuning in from all over the world. It's a busy week. Oh my goodness, as we are just counting down the days to 2024. It's a busy week. It's been a crazy busy week for me. I don't know how it's been for you guys, but it's been an insanely busy week for me. A very productive week, but a very busy week. I mean, to the wire, like literally to the wire, down to the wire. And can we not forget, as we always celebrate the remix and our soul family, our community on Fridays, and have been doing that for more than 15, 19, 20 years, it's also Pink Friday. I gotta give a shout out to my girl, Nicki Minaj, because Pink Friday 2 is doing what it needs to do and definitely have been helping me move through this week, this very, very intense week. Now, we're going to get into the share tonight. I have a lot of things that I want to discuss with you guys before, but I do want to let you know I will be taking calls. And so for those of you who want to get on the phone lines, if you have a question, get on the phone lines. If you want to just listen in, that is certainly fine. But if you have a questions, during the second half of the show, I'm going to take some calls. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. And then you're going to press 1 once you get on the phone lines. I do want to let you all know that I did get a error message as soon as I went live from the broadcast station. It let me know that they are having some technical difficulties. But we're not new to this. So that's going to be okay. But as I get settled here in the spaceship, how are we all doing? How are we all feeling? How are we all doing? How are we feeling? Doing all right? Feeling good? How are we doing? How are we feeling? How are we feeling? Boy, it's, listen, I put Cosmic Spirit. That's not the name of the show. Let me go ahead and let me correct that. I don't know where I got that from. It probably me attempting to put something else in here. But there we go. We're going to save that. We're going to just kind of update that. It's the Cosmic Streets. The Cosmic Streets chat. Because can we not all agree it is a lot going on in the Cosmic Streets? It's busy. I don't know about you all, but I can feel things are speeding up. And the more that they speed up, I have learned how to slow myself down internally. Ride the waves and slow myself down as well. So welcome on in. Welcome. Let me give you some cosmic directions if you want to come on over and if you want to join us in the Blue Room. First of all, shouts out to the moderators. Want to give a big shout out to Brother Lance, who's moderating for us, and Lola Falana, and also Mr. Dante. The moderators are in the Blue Room. If you have any questions and you have any questions or anything that you need to know, you can really direct your attention to the moderators and they will gladly assist you. The Soul Family, all the stars in the building, the magic makers, they're going to make you feel welcome and right at home. So definitely connect. But I want to invite you all in. If this is your very first time listening, welcome in. Let me be the first to say that. Welcome to the remix. I am Ms.Blue, the Soulful Oracle. And we're so glad you found your way through the galaxy, through the Milky Way galaxy, and you found your way here. It's one of the best places in the cosmos to be. Hands down, period. Literally. Mm-hmm. The call-in number again is 515-605-9794. I'm going to do some shots out tonight because that's going to be important. And once again, I know y'all are tired of me saying it, but I'm going to say it again. Once again, I need your support. I have a big surprise coming for Planet Remix. And if we can pull this off, my goodness. Listen, if we can pull this off, which I know we can, amazing. It's going to be amazing. Legendary. Epic. It's going to be epic. So what I ask is that y'all don't kind of push me. Yes, I'm reminding you. And the reason I'm reminding you is because after I do this show, the next time that you will connect with me, it will be in Wish Magic. That's the next time. Because I'm not going to do a show until I'm ready to make the announcement. And then I'm going to come back on. It will be before 2024. Yikes. It's got to be before 2024 to make that announcement. You definitely want to make sure you're on the text line because that's going to be one of the quickest ways you're going to get the notification when everything goes live, when it happens, when it goes down. You know, that's where you're going to get your cosmic news for what's going on in these cosmic streets. As far as the remix is concerned, you're going to want to be on that text line. So I'll make sure, and I'm sure one of our moderators will definitely put the text line in the Blue Room. And all you have to do is say, tell me a little bit about yourself, who you are, and that you would like to be added to the remix text line. And I will make sure that you're added. I'm also going to ask that you go ahead. Yes, Dante, thank you for that. That you please hit the like button, especially when we're live. Definitely do it if you're listening to this in the download stage. But while we're live, if you hit that like button, because that's going to it's kind of how we send out our cosmic signature. And that cosmic signature is going to let our soul family know that we're live. It's also going to really just send out the frequencies, which, by the way, have you been feeling these frequencies coming in your body? Because literally, have you been feeling these showers upon showers upon showers that have been coming in? Many of you have contacted me. You're experiencing ascension symptoms. And here's the difference. We get these downloads. What do you call it? We get these downloads and these upgrades and all of these frequency. We get these blasts. We get them, I call them cosmic blasts. We get these cosmic blasts all the time. And over the last couple of years, they have really intensified themselves. I'm talking about hugely intensified themselves. And just earlier this week, I was in Astro Magic on Clubhouse. If you didn't get a chance to check that out, it was really, I don't even know what kind of words to say. It was really remix style and it was so beautiful. And we had some amazing ancestors who passed away that came through with a powerful, powerful message that was there. So lots of healing took place. It was very healing. Those who were there, would you agree? It was very healing, and it was just like us chilling together. We were really just chilling together. But we are getting these cosmic blasts that are coming in. And because this shower of these frequencies, of these particles are coming in so intensely, some of our physical body may be taking a hit because it's shifting things around. It's activating things and it's moving things around. It's moving things around in your body. It's activating things. It's breaking things up. It's like a sonic boom. It's breaking up those old particles, those things that you've been working on for the last couple of years that you really need to release and you need to let go of. It's just blowing it apart. And so you may be feeling it in your body. So a lot of people are coming down with, viruses, broken bones, circulatory issues, lymphatic issues, having sort of what we call fog brain issues, hearing issues, ringing in the ear, maybe feeling some heart palpitations, these type of things. Frozen syndrome in their joints and in their bones, in their hands, problems with their feet, temperature, regulating their temperature, maybe experiencing series of hot flashes and then cold flashes and then in between, insomnia, not really being able to sleep. And even when you do finally fall asleep, waking up instantly, not being tired, but maybe later in the day, feeling a need like you're kind of cross. You want to go to sleep, but you still need to be awake and just kind of feeling like you're walking between two worlds. Like you're literally walking between dimensions and different worlds. So this is a part of this process. So we have to really, really be mindful of taking care of our physical bodies and listening when it's time to rest. rest. When it's time to sit in silence, sit in silence. When it's time to get up and move our bodies, get up and move our bodies. When it's time to eat something, and really choosing those things that are good for our bodies, good for our spirit, good for our mind, choosing things that, have medicinal properties in them, not just eating just for the sake of eating, but really being intentional because what's happening, and I know it's happening for me, I don't have an appetite. So you can ask me at any time of the day, what do I want to eat? And I have no clue because I'm not hungry. But I do know I have to feed my physical body. And so when you're in this place, this is an opportunity to really be in communication with your body to see what you need. So things like making sure, depending on where you are, what hemisphere, because right now in the Western hemisphere, we're in our winter months. But if you're in the Southern hemisphere, or another hemisphere, you are experiencing your spring and you're coming into that time. But making sure you keep up with your minerals. This came up in the clubhouse when we were on Astro Magic. I've been picking this up and even all the readings this week. Minerals. Make sure you stay on top of your potassium and magnesium. These two here, because you can tend to find your mood shifting drastically. And these two minerals, it's been a lot of research, a lot of studies done, and something that our ancestors understood, internally about how magnesium and potassium plays a role in our body in more than just a physical way, in an energetic way. And so if you find that you're kind of getting sad and down and you really don't have a reason for your energy or your mood to be shifting the way that it is, you may want to start taking in those things that's high in magnesium, foods that are high in potassium. You want to get that. And if you're going to go the route of a supplement, make sure that you are taking in some very good supplements to help assist you with making sure you have these minerals in your body, especially if you're doing a lot of thinking. Because believe it or not, out of all the water in our body, most people say that we have somewhere between 70 to 80% water. I'm going to say it's more than that in our body. If you look at it per cell, per atom, like if we start going down to a subatomical level, I want to say that we got 90% of everything in our body is made out of water, of what we call liquid, that liquid water. And most of the water goes to your brain. And when you're thinking constantly working your brain, it is using up most of the water for the rest of the organs in your body. Did y'all know that? You're burning up the fluids. This is why most people are dehydrated and don't know it. And nothing can take the place of water. We can get the nutrients and things that we need through fruits and vegetables, especially when they're organic. But we know that source of getting something that is truly organic and, not tainted with pesticides or, some other artificial manipulation in its growth process, it's kind of hard. But whenever possible, drink you some water. You need to make sure, especially if you've been working that mind of yours, if you've been doing some mental Minecraft in your mind, and you've been doing things that require your mind to be in the process, make sure that you are drinking lots of water. So understand in that particular process. And make sure that we're taking care of ourselves during this time. And I know many of us have a lot of things that we have to do. And I don't know about you all, but I've been really feeling this call. Like I want to close out. Usually, when it gets to this time of the year, I do a one over in my house to get ready for crossing over into that energetic new year. And so I get rid of a lot of clothes, go through the closets, get rid of the towels, get rid of the bedding, get all new things, and really do some funky feng shui, get into the crevices, just really welcoming in the new energy that is upon us. And it's getting to be a lot. It's getting to be a lot. I'm still working on the studio, the office, and the books. And it's going pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. I'm excited about all the books. I'm excited about everything there. And yeah. But I wanted to just kind of give us that little reminder. I know it's something that we talk about all the time. But these are some of the things that I want you to be intentional about. And here's the next thing. I want you to be intentional about blessing your food, or let's call it another word, praying over your food. We'll give it another word for you putting, changing the frequency or raising, shall I say, the frequency of the energy of anything that you're taking in. This is why our ancestors would bless their food. It's why they would pray over their food. It was a way to change the frequency. And especially our ancestors who were a part of, in America, a part of the slave trade. They would always bless their food. Sometimes it would be a whole ritual of singing and dancing and chanting and praying over their food. Because they were given scraps, they were given things that they knew was not good. Yes, Lance, they were adding light to the food. They were changing the frequency and the molecules. This is something that was thought to be a bunch of hokumology, a bunch of folk tale, old wise tales, some woo-woo stuff. And now here we are, and science have proved that you can change the frequency of something. And you can do that via your own voice, number one. You can do that via your own presence, because your presence is sending out frequency waves. You're sending out magnetic CMEs that are coming from your energy and your thought. And it's being released into the atmosphere, and it's traveling via the water in the atmosphere. This is why the work that Dr. Emoto rediscovered about water was so important for us in the quote unquote modern ages. See, our ancestors in ancient times understood this, especially our ancestors out of ancient Egypt. So their temples, where they had their temples, most people think the temples are just burial grounds, but that's not true. The temples were healing tanks. They had dream temples. Those of you who know, who are was in Self-Invested, we did a whole series on the dream stela, the dream temples in Egypt. There's a whole papyrus that talks about dreams and how they decoded dreams and why your dreams are so important. And we did spent a couple of 3 weeks on dreams in Self-Invested to go over understanding about your dreams, because your dreams are so important. It helps you of what's happening in your sleep state. Here's a fun fact. This is something that came out last year. I talked about it once, but I want to bring it up here. Last year, China released, I think it was last year, it might have been earlier, but they've been working on it, I think, since 2014, 2015, a way that they can actually record your dreams when you're sleeping and play it back as a video. using a scan to scan people's brains when they're asleep to tell what they were dreaming about, even when they were in the REM state, when they were in REM. And they could tell you're dreaming about a person, you're dreaming about this, you're dreaming about that. Many of you remember when I had my dream app where I would decode dreams. Dreams is another love and passion of mine, and I know many of you have a love and a passion for dreams as well. So your dreams are powerful, and you have a conductor in your dreams. And this is why I will always say to you, if you don't remember your dreams, it's okay, because you have a conductor inside of your dreams. And in that conductor, in your dreams, that conductor is giving you a solution to the answering questions in your waking life. And here's the thing, it can be completely different for everyone. So back in ancient times, how this scenario would actually play out is you would come into the temple depending on what you had going on in your day life. There's also been research. If you guys want to do more on dreams, you'll have to drop something in the comment. Maybe we can do a whole show, and I've done some in the past, but maybe do a whole show on dreams. I've been getting a lot of emails in the last month or so about you all asking about dreams. This is why I bring it up. I think today alone, maybe 10, 15 emails about dreams, nightmares, dreams, and really so we can get a good understanding about how to understand your dreams, because what something means in a dream to you may not mean to me. There are universal symbols, but you don't want to live your life on a universal level. For those of you who have the Know Your Magic audio workbook that I did, ooh, my goodness, what was that? 15, 16, 17 years ago? It's a whole section in that audio workbook on how to set up a dream journal for you. Now, that's a fun fact. Who has the Know Your Magic audio workbook? I don't even remember how long ago I did that. One was a cosmic orgasm, how to create a cosmic orgasm, understanding your dreams, get naked time. It's so many things in there, really about loving yourself, and many of the things that I share with you and have shared over the years. As I started, it was one of my first audiobooks that I ever did, that I've had. Yeah. So those are so many things that are going on. So your dreams right now off the Richter scale for sure. If you're having dreams, chances are they are coming. Your dreams are coming from a few places. Some of your dreams are on Jupiter. Some of your dreams are on Pluto. And some of your dreams are coming from the star Sirius. Yeah. Yeah. So those are going to be some of the top places where your dreams are coming from. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And to get to the planet that you're going to, you do have to go through Mercury. You're going to have to go to Mercury. You know, right now Mercury is retrograde. And for those of you, just an astrology fun fact, planets really do not go in reverse. It's not reverse. It's our perception that it's going in reverse from where we are on Earth. That's what it is. So it's reversing, but not in our dimension. Not in our dimension. So we get the benefit of really understanding the energy of these outer planets while living and growing up on planet Earth. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So, Oh, my goodness. Welcome, welcome on in. I really just want to play some music tonight, get us kind of in a little vibe here. We're going to get ready to take some calls. I got a couple of more announcements I need to make to you all. I said I was going to write some notes. I hope I wrote them. I hope I got my notes with me. I can be infamous for writing a note in one room and leaving and not bringing it with me. Ah, mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Oh, I want to remind you, for everyone who have any of the wish magic, definitely want you all to tap back in to that wish magic. We're going to be having that. That's going to be one of my last get-togethers that we have of 2023. I'm there. And then we're going to be in 20 on the call. So here's the deal. If you have wish magic, you will secure your seat for the call, the group call, the collective call we're going to have together. And in that call, I'm going to share with you guys some of my predictions for 2024. I'm going to be giving you the theme of 2024. We're going to be diving into that theme and tapping into that energy, what it kind of means for you, how to be able to just sort of kind of understand how to kind of map your way through. And we're going to do some other cool stuff that I'm going to share with you, some channels and different things. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun for us to get together. The other thing is this, 2024, listen, I truly could go back and look at all of the galactic e-files. And if you have the galactic e-files, all of the volumes I put out, that is a prequel for the energy in 2024. 2024, I'm coining it the year of the supernatural. See, we've been practicing with our superpowers. 2024, activation. And it's when more supernatural things will start occurring. They will start happening in a very, very different way than we've ever seen it happen before. It is the year I'm coining the supernatural, hands down. So all of the things that you've been working on, all of us who've been doing this work, telepathic energy, remote viewing, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, all of it, our psychic abilities, mediumship, all of that, our sense of knowing, right? Activating our super consciousness, bringing in the intelligence in with the spiritual powers and mixing them together. All of those things. We're going to be able to tap in to frequencies, sound frequencies. Pay very close attention. I know you guys heard me go on and on about this Nicki Minaj album, but really I can go back and I can even talk about Beyonce's album, what the Renaissance tour did. These are things to usher us in. Remember, these are signs and symbols, and these are things ushering us into this new era. We've been stepped into the new world, but now the era is about to begin. So that was just sort of the pregame. We've been in pregame mode in the new world. You understand? We're getting ready to fully embrace this moment for life as we step deeper in. So with this energy of the Renaissance, these frequencies in these albums, I can name a whole list of them. maybe, I'm not going to make a promise. I'll try to get something together for the Wish Magic call so I can let you guys know, because there's some Katy Perry songs. And interesting enough, even though there are some males on the list, most of them are women. Most of them are women. It's the energy of the divine feminine that is ushering and open up these portals for us to come into this new era. So this is why it's been a big, big push. You've been seeing Beyonce, Katy Perry, and now Nicki Minaj leading the way. The Trinity, the triple goddess energy, opening up this portal. And it's a lot to do with their frequencies, the harmonics in their voice. But this is not just for women. It's also for men, brothers, however you identify, because we all have feminine energy in us. And so these frequencies are opening us up. Just like many of our parents used to listen to Earth, Wind, and Fire, and that opened up a whole, that opened up portals for us. And these are going to be timeless music. So we cannot just rely on the timeless music. We have to get something current to take you into the future. And I think if I can step out here and say, I think sometimes, not for our Gen Zs, but really for us that are a little older than Gen Zs, sometimes this is how we get out of sync with what's going on. We want to stay locked into only what works. And I'm never going to say forget history, because that is powerful and we have to bring that with us. But in order to move forward, you have to get into the vibration to take you in and move you forward. And see, this is why every sort of soul group comes to bring different music and energy. And I'm not saying you got to listen to something you're totally against, but find something that is current, something that is in the energy of now, that is moving forward, so that you can begin to move yourself forward. So you can ride that wave and bring yourself in, because it's going to spark something current inside of you to move you into the future. And so you have these three: Beyonce, Taylor Swift, and Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj has broke so many records. Taylor Swift broke so many records. Beyonce broke so many records. Why are they breaking records? Why are they changing now how music is going to be presented? So much so that the Billboard Awards told Nicki Minaj that, they announced that they are no longer counting artists who sell music as CDs. They don't want to count that. Now, there's a whole political reason why they don't want to do that, because they want to get rid of giving the power back to the people. But remember, we are moving towards the time. We're leaving the age of Pisces and we're moving towards the age of Aquarius. Right now, we're in the unicorn. The unicorn is lighting the way, that unicorn energy. That's the symbol of the Renaissance, because it lights the path forward. And so they're saying they no longer want to give credit for CDs, because the artist gets more money for physical copies. But Nicki Minaj was able to do something that no one has been able to do in the recent digital age, and that is she's able to sell physical copies. Those are albums, vinyls, and she's been able to sell CDs, and she's been able to sell digital copies. For those of you who don't know, if you are listening to their music on YouTube, the artist doesn't get credit for that. They don't get the credit for the YouTube. Not the same way. It doesn't count the same way. The streams doesn't. So it's a lot in that music industry that's being shook up right now. So I would tell you, I am putting my blessings on everyone in the music business, but definitely these sisters who are paving the way and really shaking things up. Think about Taylor Swift. She got her master's back, and then she put out an album from many years ago when she couldn't have. They are doing things that on the surface seems very, okay, what's the big deal? People just like them because whatever you want to think. That's not what they're doing. They're really setting up a foundation and a structure for artists to come behind so that they can be just as in power. And what do we see on the flip side with all of these things that are coming out? Like them, believe them, think they're true or not. With so much corruption going on in the music industry, we cannot be dismissed. If you, I don't know where you've been, if you haven't heard about what's happening with P. Diddy and everything that's going on with him and the allegations and everything and his entire legacy, his empire. But that's going to affect so many people. So a lot of things are being restructured while other things are being torn down and other things are being built in a new way. This explosion that Nicki had with her album that came out is not something we've seen since the digital ages. And she has shook the foundation. Taylor Swift shook them first. Beyonce been shaking their ass. B been shaking them. She's still shaking them. And now she done took it from not just an amazing concert that was filled with activations, but into the movie theater. Nicki Minaj has taken her community, because she has a community. I'm proud to say I'm part of the Beehive and I'm a Barb, right? And I love Taylor Swift too. So all of them, I really, really respect them for the magic and their music. You know? So this is really changing the landscape of that entire industry. YouTube announced, or it was announced, that some YouTube creators will be in the runnings for awards when it comes to film and production. This is taking Hollywood to a whole nother level, because you got YouTubers, that's me and you sitting at the house, that know how to edit, that know how to film, that is creative, that has a vision, that is making content that will stand toe to toe with billion-dollar production crews. And some of them are one body. It's just them doing it. You know? Yes, people like Mr. Beast that has a whole team, but what about the people who are a one-person show? I mean, Kanye showed us back in the day, he filmed a whole video on his iPhone. Speaking of which, Ye's getting ready to drop an album. One of the most anticipated albums, or whatever we call them this day, one of the anticipated projects to come out that may hit in 2023. That may come out. YouTube is going to be in the running for Emmys, Grammys. Do y'all hear me? Netflix is now in movie theaters. Remember when Netflix was a joke? Listen, I just want to invite you to, you have to, as a practitioner and as a spiritual being, and let me step back because someone brought this to my attention. I was saying this statement the other day in Astro Magic and didn't realize it. President Barack Obama, because he will always be the people's champ. And Michelle Obama has a production team, and their first major production movie that's coming out, if it's not already out, it's called Leave the World Behind. And they're already saying this is going to win awards. So now you have, who remembers when I made the prediction many, many, many years ago that we will have people in positions that will start to incorporate themselves in other places in society and connect themselves into spiritual positions as their consciousness awakens. Listen, leave the world behind. You got to watch that. You got to, someone brought it to my attention that I kept saying, we got to learn how to leave the world behind. And this is a movie about if all of our technology was to go awry and there would be sort of this apocalypse on planet Earth. Nothing would work. Like all the Teslas, you see it in the preview, are crashed into each other. All kinds of stuff is happening. The movies, and I'm not even going to hold you. I only searched a few, but the movies that are coming out in 2024 are going to be some of the most gut-wrenching, traumatizing, horrific, disastrous, scariest, frightening, fear factor, unthinkable movies ever. And I'm going to stop right there because if you're on that call for Wish Magic, I'm going to drop my whole esoteric unraveling of what's going to go down. But I can't do it here. We already know what's going to happen if I do it here. So we're not doing it here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to do it here. No, I already know. This conversation is for the soul family. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All you got to do is Google movies for 2024 that's coming out. And I promise you, maybe 2.5 seconds going into watching the previews, you're going to want to cut that shit off. Oh, they went in deep. When I say they went in deep. They went in deep. And soon we'll understand why. All right. Well, we have over 112 people in the Blue Room alone. Let's get those likes up. Phone lines are open. We're going to get ready in a few minutes and take some calls. I'm going to, let me see. Play some music here. Play a little bit of music. How we all feeling? How's everybody feeling? How are we all doing? It's really going on. It's really going on in these cosmic streets. It's a lot of stuff going on in the cosmic streets. My goodness. I'm going to ring the bell. Ring the bell for Self-Invested and the Self-Invested University. Shout out to all of our Self-Invested family in the building. So good to see you. Want to give a big shout out to all of the ancestors in the building. Yeah, I said ancestors. Big shout out to all the ancestors. Ashe and blessings. Want to give a big, big, big shout out to all the divine priestess in the building. Sending you so much love. All of our new listeners, our new stars in the building, want to thank you so much for joining us here on Planet Remix. If you're feeling the vibes, go ahead and like and subscribe. And you guys have been getting our subscriber count up. We really have. But don't worry, I got a whole for 2024, a whole nother for that. For us, just thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for being a part of Planet Remix. And thank you so much for supporting me. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't do it without you. I love each and every single one of you. Yes, I'm behind on my emails. I'm going to get caught up. One day, I don't even want to tell y'all how many emails I have. It's quite, no, I can't share that. That's a bit much. It's a bit much. We won't put that number out there, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of emails, but I love you all. I thank you all. And I'm going to answer some of your questions because I put a question in our story, asked how everyone was feeling, and you guys came back with a beautiful answer. So I definitely want to, I want to kind of read some of these because I think this gives us some great insight. Some great insight of collectively of what's going on. So in the Blue Room, we're going to do some shots out. You can tell us who you are. You can tell us where you're calling from, like where you're representing, what city, what state, what country. Meanwhile, when we come back, we're going to get on the phone lines. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. You're going to press 1 once you get on the phone lines. Because once you get on the phone lines, I will be taking your calls. Yeah, I'll be taking your calls. I surely will. I'll take your calls and we will definitely be going from there. Let me see what I want to hear. Yeah, we're going to hear a little bit of this. So we're going to get some Blue Room shots out to everyone in the Blue Room. So excited for you all being here. Want to give a big shout out to Almighty Justice in the Blue Room. Nakiba is in the house. Welcome on in, Nakiba. Jonathan Thomas is in the building. Priestess Tren is in the house. Good to see you. Gloria Walters is in the building. Welcome on in. All right. Choose Love Always is in the building. Welcome on in. Choose Love Always. Brother Lance, our moderator in the building. Lola Falana, our moderator, is in the building. Yo is in the house. Welcome in. Bell is in the house. Welcome on in, Bell. Welcome on in. Welcome on in to Planet Remix Radio. So glad to have you. Brittany Vibes in the building. Welcome on in, Brittany. Gold Leaf is in the house. Always good to see Gold Leaf. I love you guys' names. Mara 27 full. Welcome on in. Minga 377 is in the house. Welcome on in. Kicking it in the kitchen with Queenie is in the building. Welcome on in, Queenie. Welcome in to the remix. The greatest place in the cosmic galaxies to be. Definitely the greatest place in the cosmic street. Shiva is in the building. Welcome on in, Shiva. Welcome on in. Supremacy McCoy, welcome on in. Welcome on in. So good to see everybody in the building. We got well over 130 people in the building. Danielle is in. Welcome. Welcome in from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, my birth city, in the building. Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of New York, I got to do something here. We're going to get started. Just a second. Let's see here. Goddess Rainwater is in the building. She's going to come on and talk to us for just a moment. Divine Empress is in the building. Sammy is representing South Carolina. Marjorie is in the building. Mystic Wildflower. I love you guys' names. Oh my goodness, the astrologer herself, Doreen, is in the building. Welcome on in, Doreen. Marie K is in the building. So good to see everyone. Always good to be in the house. Don't forget, you guys, Wish Magic. You're going to want to be on that call. And it's going down real soon here. Real soon. Real soon. How we feeling? We feeling all right? We feeling good? Oh, yeah. Almighty Justice. Almighty Justice says, I'm representing Mars. Gloria Waters in the building. Welcome on in. Astronaut Warrior is in the building. What just... Oh, I know what happened. Shaniqua is in the building. Hugo, our residence monk, is in the building. Good to see everyone. That's 7 in the building. Welcome on in. Griffin in the building, representing Kingston, Jamaica. Oh, yeah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome on in. Cosmic. Now, how did that change? Oh, it didn't change. Cosmic Street Chat. And speaking of which, we're going to get ready to go to the phone lines. And I'm getting ready to bring the Goddess Rainwater on. She's going to talk to us really quick. Welcome on in, Rain. So good to see you. So good to connect.
Hi, Ms.Blue.
Hello, hello.
I'm like trying to multitask between two devices.
Oh, listen, don't feel bad. We can hear you good. Yeah. I'm doing the same. So you're right at home.
Yes, I am. And thank you for having me back as always.
You're so welcome.
I'm so to be sharing, this space with you and the remix crew. Man.
Yeah, they in the building too. While. I know.
Since I get online, because of the whole holiday stuff, and
yeah,
I've been busy busy busting out these wares, my juju,
Yes.
and I'm feeling like uh creative surge, all of a
Mm-hmm.
sudden. I
Oh,
don't know,
yes.
maybe it's because we're going into 2024,
Yes.
but this morning I woke up and I bust out like three dream catchers
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh. Yes.
that, you know, and I think it's all because of you and the Blue Room,
Oh,
you your whole tribe. This whole tribe has been so inspiring,
oh,
just like pushing me to do more.
yeah.
And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for everything that they have shared with me. I want to say immense, immense, immense gratitude. I'm so
Beautiful.
grateful for sharing the energy,
Mm,
and especially in the workshop. I'm having so much fun. I'm really like new to the whole tech digital thing. So
yes.
I'm asking that people just like bear with me. But the more that I do it, the more comfortable I'm
Beautiful.
becoming, and hopefully I will like grow up like you one day and be able to share music and
Look,
videos.
I'm still
All.
learning. I'm still growing and learning. I promise you. I promise you. I know it is beautiful. I was in that class with you and it was beautiful. And I know you have some more things coming, which I am so excited about. I really have wanted Rain to do more and put herself out there more for years and years. She has so much to offer. Are you going to be in America towards the end of the year? Are you going to be doing some traveling?
Yes, I am going to be here
Mm-hmm.
for like a quick minute.
Okay.
Um, I plan on traveling in February. I want to go to Sedona.
Ooh,
I would
yes. It's
like to
so beautiful
just
there.
like so. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a call to travel to Arizona, Sedona, and then I'm gonna go to Panama.
Ooh, my neighbor just got back from Panama. Matter of fact, she's from Panama. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the last time I was there, I was so traumatized because it was during the lockdown. I
Oh,
had no idea what was going on, and I was at this festival doing my program, and next thing we knew, the military showed up with guns and took our
wow.
passports, and you're not going anywhere. We're shutting down the country. You have to quarantine for like 2 weeks.
Wow. Wow.
um able to get out on the last flight
Well, I am
back to
glad.
New York for my family so that they can you know get me on that flight because I had no Wi-Fi, nothing,
Oh my goodness.
nothing. But
Wow.
I was able to come back, and I'm happy. I'm happy that I'm able to go back there just to pick up where I left off.
Yes.
But
Yes.
with that being said, I'm always protected whenever I travel.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
just like throw caution to the wind and just like go. I
Mhm.
can't be in New York too long,
I know.
but but I'm so happy to be traveling again. And then when I come back, I'm gonna go probably go back to Mexico because there's some things that I left, some unfinished business that I left over there, and I want to go back to Mexico so that I can bring back more medicine
Oh,
for
yes.
the people
Mm.
because I'm so happy to share, whatever I brought back from there. And
Yes.
I always take my prayers with me to Mexico for those people who are unable to like travel to these places and be a part of these ceremonies
Yes.
and things.
Mm-hmm.
So Mexico is like my stomping ground.
Oh,
I
I know.
feel so much at home
Yeah, that's you're
whenever
right at
I'm there.
home, right at home. And so you
Yeah.
have something actually coming up here really, really soon. You want to tell everybody about that as well so everybody can know if they don't already know.
Yes. Well, on Sunday we are going to be circling again on Zoom. This is part two of the workshop that I did. It was a
Mm-hmm.
grimoire book making magic making class where we designed we created our own book cover. Like we build a book cover using repurposed books
Yes.
uh, to build a spell book or
Mm-hmm.
like a journal. So I showed them how to upcycle and repurpose a book into a brand new personal uh, 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 journal.
Yes.
Where they uh, put all the lessons that the magical lessons, things, rituals, portions, all types of stuff. This is like a journal
Yes.
for them to put all this information into. So and anyway, on Sunday we're going to be doing part two. We're going to do it all over again.
Hey.
We're going to create in pages. I'm going to show you how to design pages to put into the book. And I'm gonna try not to be before you too long.
Okay.
you know, um,
Yeah, give
maybe
everyone your Instagram handle just in case we have some new listeners and so that they can
okay,
go and follow and go to the website and get the link so that they can go to the website and make sure that they're securing their seat. Now, one of the things that I really love that Rain does is for the workshop, if you're not able to attend live, you will get access to the recording. So you'll still have the step by step instructions so that you can begin to start working on it and you can do it sort of at your own pace. But it would be great if you can have that physical presence because if you have a question, if there's something you want to get more detailed on, you can be there to ask your questions and just to engage. I think it's so important to have the community together because bringing just the community together, doing magical work and making your own sort of spell book, your own magical creation book and really enhancing that energy together is magical in itself. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
ma'am. Yes. So you can find me on Instagram. Shop Kareem Drop Art. Okay, that's my angle. That's my profile name. That's the business page. And of course, I'm being cloned. There are some fake accounts out there
Mm.
of me, but just make sure that that you're speaking to the right person. There's no characters, no numbers or
That's right.
anything attaching. So it's just like Shop Kareem Drop Art. And my website, my online shop is www.shopkareemdrops.art.com. And I also have a Patreon. Um, I'm not as active as I would like to be on that account, but I'm gonna try to be a bit more present and activate that link. And it's Patreon /Karen Drops. Okay, so
And that's
yeah, that's
Sunday. That's Sunday. What time, Rain? What time is it going to start?
Sunday, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can follow me. If you type in Corain Drops, I will pop up.
Yes,
If you Google Corain Drops, I should pop up,
that's
and
right.
you can follow me there. My personal page is private, but the business link is basically open.
Yes, I put it in the blue room so that everybody can have it and they can know how to follow. And then also, if you all are looking for Rain, and because again, we've done this with the remix and my accounts as well. Anytime you're out here and you're making some waves in these cosmic streets, you're gonna have somebody who try to clone you, take over your account. These are the accounts that I've been told by Instagram that they go off of because they know that you have real
Mhm.
followers, you have real people engaging, and so they do this kind of thing. But if you all are questioning it and you don't know for sure, um, Rain, make sure you leave a comment under the share tonight under the business page on Instagram. And so that way people can know that that is you and they can find you from there for sure. Just if there's any other questions, I'm definitely going to try to make this one live. You guys, I popped in on the broom making class, which I'm so excited. I can't wait, Rain, till I finish. And by the way, I need another dream catcher for my studio. So
I got.
I will be getting in line for my dream catcher, but I'm not going to miss this class because I really want to get into the design of the pages and really, really bring some other elements of magic into my work. Like I told you guys, I don't know anyone who does this work better than Rain when it comes to being hands on and really showing you how to really infuse your magic into your everyday magical tools. And Rain does it in a way and has been doing it. Like I said, she's been so instrumental on my journey. She's my sister. I love her and support everything that she does. And she is so, oh my gosh, talk about tapping into the higher dimensions of creativity. Rain will get you there, whether it's a bracelet, whether it's a dream catcher, whether it's, some of her rings or anything that she makes, anything that she does. And if you're in person and you can really get her to bless you with a sound bath, it will take you to a whole nother level. So when it comes to dealing with energy and working with her medicine and really assisting you on how you can start to cultivate a practice for yourself, because that's what many of us struggle with. How do we begin to get a practice? And so it's good. We have some good journals out there. We got some good dream books out there. But what if you learned how to make your own? What if you learned how to put your own magic in those things that mean something that really carry your energetic blueprint and teach you in a way that usually goes down from ear to mouth. It's not often written in a book how to be able to do this. You have to meet someone who walks the walk and talk the talk to really share these practices with you. And she's been everywhere from Peru to Colombia to Panama to Mexico to all across the United States and working with indigenous tribes and people and learning ancient culture and history, as well as awakening these things which have laid dormant in her from past lives and bringing all of these things together and now allowing this medicine to be available to us in the world. And most people who are at the level where Rain is in working with these kind of magical tools stay isolated in the mountains in Peru. You don't get to talk to them, and they're not interested in talking to anyone, especially not who's dealing with anything in this modern world. Am I lying, Rain?
No, you're not. You're not lying. Yes, we go way back, way, way back, even before this whole realm.
Yes,
I believe
yes. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
that we're definitely soul soul or soul tribe, the soul
Yes.
family. everyone
Yes,
that's here present tonight. We have a soul contract.
absolutely. Absolutely. We
We're in
do we do
the
have a good soul
this,
connection. Before
yeah,
you go, Rain,
this,
I didn't forget. I don't know if we can I'm not going to make no promises, but don't forget all three of us, all four of us have got to do a show. We promise to come together and do a
yes,
show. And then of course you're going to come back. We're going to set some things up for next year. Where we're going to be doing more work together. We're just kind of at the end of the year, and I know it's crunch time for both of us. We got a lot of projects and things to do, but you guys, we got some more stuff coming from you. You'll be hearing from Goddess Rainwater, Ka Rain, because that's what everybody says. Miss Blue, I need to reach Ka Rain. Ka Rain.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
I love it.
yes. And thank you so much, Blue, again for having me. And I'm actually looking at your dream catcher right now. It's
Ooh,
charging in my window,
ooh.
catching energy. So
I
it's
love it.
going to be really, really powerful. When it comes to you, I am going to
Listen.
be shipping things out next week.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
we will
look
listen, you
out,
guys.
look
Hmm.
at your mailbox soon. So
Check your
I definitely
mailbox.
got you.
Thank you. Listen, check your mailbox, you guys. And if you don't have a rain catcher, listen, I think every house in the world needs one. I'm just going to put it out there. If you got a home, if you got a space, if you got a box, if you got a closet or a car, you need one of these rain catchers from Rain. I'm
Now,
telling you, telling you to
yeah,
to this day. How long have I had the one you made for me? I know that's over 10 years. I don't
yeah,
even,
of course, yeah. It's
yes.
about 15 years older. Probably
And it's
my son was
fresh.
a baby.
Yes, he was a baby. It's fresh. When I say
Yeah,
fresh and clean, fresh. Look like I just took it out, took it out and put it up. Fresh. Everything fresh.
yeah,
Well, I love you so
yes.
much. Thank you so much for
I love you.
coming by. You guys, don't forget, and a lot of people say they're going to be joining the class on Sunday. So we look forward to you being there. Oh,
Yeah.
and let me say his name right. I think I'm going to say it wrong. King Simon gave you a shout out in the blue room. So I just want,
Hi. Hey, Kay. I guess I'll see you tomorrow if you're in Brooklyn. I'm gonna go to that Nicholas lecture thing.
oh, you're going to be in Brooklyn tomorrow.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
I love it. I absolutely
Actually,
love it. All righty.
yeah.
Well, we are going to talk. I
Okay,
love you so much. Have an amazing, wonderful rest of the evening. I know you probably hang out for a little bit, but
I will.
everybody,
I'll
check
try to
out the
stay
class.
up.
Check out the class on Sunday. Get in touch with Goddess Rainwater. Peace and love, Rain.
See.
All right. My goodness. All right. So that's good. You guys definitely want to make sure that you check out Rain. And you want to check out Goddess Rain. Her details are going to be in. You can go to the remix_radio page. And if you go there, you'll be able to see the comment there so you can get in touch with her. She's going to leave a comment there. We're going to try to go to the phone lines here. Like I said, a little bit of technical difficulty. Rain, I don't even know if your phone is off because it's showing me that you're still on. So maybe mute your mic. I don't know if that'll help. But we're going to take some calls. 515-605-9794 is the number to call. Press 1 once you get on the phone lines. We're going to try to see if we can get these phone lines. I want to say welcome to everyone in the building. King Simon is in the building. Welcome in. Triple Goddess London. Oh my goodness. I just got a chance to read your beautiful, beautiful email. The sister sent a gorgeous, beautiful email of all the beautiful music, producing work she is doing in the world, in London. and gave some confirmation on a reading that I gave her a long, 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 long time ago. So I am happy to see you in here. Marjorie and Lady Grace and the family in the building. Bella is in the building. Welcome to everyone else who stepped in. Nakiba, everyone else who stepped in while I was away. And if you're on the phone lines, press 1. I'm going to see if the phone lines are working, which I hope they are, because I certainly don't want to keep running my mouth all night. All right. You're going to be listening in the bushes, Rain. Okay. I love it. Let's go to the caller calling in from area code 3015. 3015, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello,
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line?
this is Taya.
This is who?
Taya
Taya. Greetings, Taya. Where are you calling from?
from Maryland.
From where?
From Maryland.
From Maryland. Okay. All right. Greetings, Taya from Maryland. Is this your first time calling in?
No, this is my second time calling in. You actually did something for me before, cause my mom, I'm Chef Tio's daughter. You actually spoke
Oh,
with me before.
okay. If I'm not mistaken, I spoke with, well, tell me. And I don't mean any harm, Taya. It's just when I leave, my spirit guides kind of do the men in black and they wipe my memory clean. So I don't remember a lot of situations, but I do remember your mom, who is a chef,
Mhm.
and she sent me some
Yes.
amazing seasoning, which I love, by the
Yep.
way. I want to do a review on it. I thought I emailed her, but if I didn't, I will. How can I help you, sweetie?
Okay.
Tell me how I helped you last time.
Um. Oh, last time you helped me connect with my dad when he passed in 2020 October 22nd, and
Okay.
I was having a really hard time, and I had got very lucky to speak with you because Mom has been listening into you with you for a while, and then she told me about you, and then that's when I kind of been able to get on with her the last time that she was on, and I was able to connect with my dad because, like I said, I was having a really hard time, and to this day, I'm still having a very hard time, and I've just been trying to get back to that where I can connect with him again just to see what messages he would have for me this time.
Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look and see what your dad has to say. Um, if there's a message that mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Okay. So here's a couple of things. A couple of things. Number one, your dad is always around you. That's number
Mhm.
one. Number two, he really wants you to focus on. Um, so I'm seeing a couple of things here. I see some books, which tells me either there's a class, but I see a certificate. That's something that you're thinking about doing, which has to do with either you're thinking about taking a class to learn some sort of skill or to do something or to go to school for something. And he's showing me a certificate and a book, or you're about to graduate. Which one is it?
Well, I actually got through school. You may be talking about my hair school because I still have to get my I'm still in the process of getting my license for that. That's
Oh,
the only thing I could think of because I'm actually done with physical hair school. I just have to keep focusing on my books to study to get my actual cosmetology license.
okay. Okay. So this is what he's showing me. Now, here's the interesting thing your dad is laughing because he says, even though you like doing hair, you don't love it. Is that true?
I would say so.
Yeah, your dad is saying she like it, Miss Blue, but she don't love it. So your father is encouraging you to find what you truly love because he wants you to do something that's fulfilling, that makes you happy. Now, he is holding the certificates, and holding that certificate, he's saying he wants you to close that chapter out, because what's happening is you're leaving things unfinished. You're leaving too many
Yeah.
things unfinished, and he doesn't want you to leave things unfinished. Like you
Yeah.
started doing the laundry, you didn't finish.
Mhm.
You were drinking
Yep.
an energy drink and didn't finish it. Like he says, this is becoming a habit. And he doesn't want you to have a
Yeah.
habit of starting things and not finishing them. He wants you to
Yeah.
finish these things, and he's here to support you in finishing these things and finishing. Here's the other thing. Because I see a train. Are you planning a trip to go somewhere? So he's showing me a train. Are you planning on taking a trip? It could be a short trip, a small trip, but via the train.
No, we don't have anything coming. Well, I don't have anything coming up to go anywhere.
Hold that thought, because you may actually get an opportunity to take a trip, okay? Or maybe to visit somewhere that may require you to go by train. And so your father is
Yeah.
encouraging you to get out. He wants you to go do things that are fun and not to worry about him, because he is having an amazing time. He is really, really living his best life. He's healthy, he's whole, and he's good. He wants you to know he's good. But one of the things that's making him so sad is how sad you guys are, especially you.
Yes.
That breaks his heart to see how sad you
Yes.
are. But he wants you to know that
Mhm.
he is forever, forever with you, forever with you.
Yeah.
And anytime
Because
you,
there are some times.
hmm
Sorry,
no,
I
no,
didn't mean
no.
to interrupt. There are. I was just getting ready to say there are some times where I can feel like his energy around me, and then I
Yes.
feel kind of like calm to where I don't feel that I will cry or have a emotional breakdown like other times I do. So that kind of gives me some comfort when I do feel his energy in the room, and I, talk out loud as if he's physically there, and I, say
And he
what I want to
hears you.
say that
He
I wish
hears you.
I can say in real life. And then other times I have really bad emotional breakdowns, and I think that's the part where you say that he gets sad at, because
Yeah.
I've had some pretty bad emotional breakdowns.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He wants you to know
And
that.
also,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. No, no, no. Finish.
okay. Oh, and I've also had a bit of heaviness as well, and that's kind of something that I was kind of curious about, because you had actually mentioned a couple of things before you started taking phone calls, which was very interesting, because you uh, hit so many things on the nose that I'm going through. Like, for example, when you were saying, you were giving an example of some of the symptoms that some of us may be going through, like heart palpitations,
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature. And those are some of the things I've been dealing with, like off and on, having heart palpitations, anxiety,
Mm-hmm.
having a hard time falling asleep. And then when I do fall asleep, I'm not asleep all the way, and I end up waking back up and stay up and can't go back to sleep, and all of those things. And I was just like, wow, that's what I've been going through for this
Yes.
period of time that this month has started.
Yeah. You're going through a transformation. And one of the things I want you to do me a favor. I want you to rub your hands together for me. Just kind of rub your hands
Mm-hmm.
together. After you rub your hands together, I want you to put them like right on your chest. See if you can get skin to skin. Put your hands on your
Mm-hmm.
chest. Can you feel that?
Yes.
So let me tell you what's happening. You're coming into a state of awakening, which you were born awake. So I don't want to use words, but I want to use words that when you see them again, you can kind of do your own research and understand. You're sort of waking up to learning more about who you really are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And who you really are and the power that you have within you. So you may have noticed that you're very sensitive to light, you're very sensitive to sound, smells, like certain
Mm-hmm.
times things are more intense. So this is you
Yeah.
coming into your awakening. And so right now,
Yes.
when I'm looking at you, Tanya, your hands are golden. Like I see gold, like liquid gold dripping from your fingers, which means you sort
Wow.
of have what I call the Midas touch. And
Mm.
with that Midas touch, it's kind of this magic that you have. So I can even see how doing hair, you can use that. Writing, you can use that. But you can also use that as a healer, learning how to
Yes.
heal your body. So things like maybe you might have thought about becoming a massage therapist or learning about energy healing, which I think you should look into, like Reiki or in any type of energy healing or a massage therapist, because you're able to transfer healing energy from you into your hands and into anything that you touch. Anything. And
Mhm.
that includes you. So your body is just sort of waking you up to this, and you're starting to question things. Now that I'm inside of your energy and I'm just kind of looking at your blueprint and kind of going through your Akashic records, I can see the first time that I talked to you, you were kind of very reluctant to speak to me. And now here you are, fast forward, you're calling in for yourself because you are awakening into more of who you are. And you're learning
Yes.
more about your life and the world. And here's what Miss Blue wants you to trust. The more that you understand this, the more that you understand about your awakening, the closer you will feel and understand about your father. And know that
Mhm.
your father didn't die. See, we were taught that we die. The truth is, we never die. We transform. He just doesn't have his physical body, but his spiritual body is so alive. Hence the reason you can feel his connection so close.
Yeah.
And so what you're longing, and I trust me, I was a daddy's girl. My father passed away in
Yeah.
2017. So I, even doing this work, I understand the missing of the physical presence of him, touching him,
Yeah. There was a lot that
That's right.
happened down the line. Like there was a lot that I struggled through.
Mm-hmm.
That was mainly involving him, and to get to this point, it's just kind of like I don't know what to think, or I
Mm-hmm.
don't know where to put my mind, because that literally distracts me from what needs to be done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I've also and one other thing that I forgot to mention that I've been going through as well is one of the other things that you had mentioned in the beginning with the heart palpitation, stuff like that.
Yes.
I meant to mention I've also been having ringing in my right ear.
Yes, yes, because this is another sign of things coming online. Now, I would always tell anyone if anything is alarming and you are questioning it, whoever you go to for your health care, you can get checked out. But I can almost promise you they're not going to find anything. But here's what I want to
Mm.
encourage you to do. You've got to get physical, whether that's going for a walk, whether that's working out. You've got to move your body because the energy has to have a way to learn how to get into the flow. And the more that you move your body and you get into the flow, whether that's doing yoga or Tai Chi or Qigong or any of those things, you could be walking on the treadmill or going outside to walk, or just do some quick flexes, or do something to move your body. You're going to teach your body how to allow energy to flow. See, with a lot of this energy, and especially with a lot of the transformation of your father's passing, that energy is stuck in your body. And so what's happening now, it's ready to take in higher frequencies. It's ready to take in
Yeah.
more light. And so it wants to move its way out, but it has to find a way to come out. It has to find a way. And one of the best ways, throw on some headsets, put some Nicki Minaj on or whoever you listen to, and work it out and do some workout. And you will feel 1,000 times better. 1,000 times. Even if you're in your room, you cut on YouTube, you find somebody who's doing some exercises and you do some stretching and do some yoga in your room, that will even help you. Lots of showers, lots of baths. You want to get into the flow. And as you get more into the flow, it's going to have a way to move itself out of your body. Mm-hmm. So everyone is experiencing, a lot of us, I should say, these ascension symptoms through flus and fevers and chills in the body, ringing in the ear and the heart palpitations, the pain, all of this, because we are integrating all of this work for many of us who've been doing this work. Our bodies has to catch up. And for those of us going through an awakening, what we call the Kundalini energy rising in us, which you're going through that transformation, it's coming in the body. And sometimes it doesn't feel, it's not always a beautiful feeling. You know, sometimes we can have
Yeah, it's not.
pain. Sometimes we can have that. Breathing. I want you to go look up some breathing techniques. You know, just go and, do some deep breathing, some really breathing, calm breathing. That's it. And when you go to sleep, I absolutely love this white noise when you get ready to go to sleep. Put on some headphones,
Oh,
put on
yeah.
some white noise. You can use brown noise, but I love the white noise better. Do some white noise and just kind of allow and know. See, I'm so glad you're here, and I'm sure it was your dad who led you here so that you can know that,
I do feel that. I do
yeah,
feel that he led me here because I feel as though that he hears me when because I do have times where I talk out loud
mm-hmm,
and say, like just do like manifestations and things like that to
yes,
get myself where I need to actually be and to, get another connection with him and just get
yes,
some reassurance of all of these different things. And to mention the white noise, I did actually start doing that for quite a while. I've actually been
beautiful.
listening to this sound bowl sounds. I've been
Sound,
listening to that every night,
sound boy,
and it's been helping me get into deep relaxation, like within a snap of a finger.
beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Do whatever works for you. If it gets real intense, try that white noise when you're going to sleep. It's going to help you as well too. So that's what I have for you. That's what your father has. He wants you to live. He wants you to live your life and to know that he is with you every moment, every step of the way. He hears you, he sees you, he feels you. He is there. He is a guardian angel for the whole family, and he loves you so much, so much. And he's learned so much more about you that he said he would have really took the time to listen more when he was here,
Yeah.
when he was here. But he's so proud of you. He's so proud of you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right.
Yes.
So there you go. I'm going to give you some sparkles. There you go. Peace and love. Love to you and your mother. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Miss Oracle Blue.
You're welcome. I love it, you guys. She said, thank you, Miss Oracle Blue. Listen, I love it. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 7706. 7706, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hello.
Hello, greetings. Who's on the line, please?
Hello, Ms. Blue. This is Lorian.
This is who?
Lorian.
Glorian?
Lorian with an
Oh,
L.
Lorian. Let me not act special. Hi, Lorian. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay. Baton Rouge.
Yes, Baton Rouge, Miss Blue. It has been a while. It has been a while.
What's a while?
And
Tell me. How long?
mm, ooh, it's been some months, Miss Blue.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. That's okay.
and I call that a while for me missing you. So
Oh.
that's really been a while. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I just got a lot of things going on.
Mhm.
I don't know. Uh, uh,
Mm.
can you
Yeah.
read my?
Yeah, I can. I mean,
Okay.
is if there's something in particular you want me to take a look at, I can. But here's the thing, even though you have a lot of things going on, I also see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of beautiful things in the midst of this. And really, what you're being called to do at this particular time is
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, you're going to have to let some shit go and some people. I mean, since you just wanted me to give it to you,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you
I do.
just
I want you to give it to me.
you're gonna have to just let it go. You're gonna have to say what you have to say, do what you need to do, and remove yourself from the situation. That's it. You, in some of these cases, you've already done all you can do. At this point, you're messing it up for yourself. You've done everything you can do in some of these situations. In other situations, it's really a focus because one of the things that Spirit is taking me back to, Spirit is kind of taking me back to, oh my goodness, let's go back. Spirit is taking me back. Mm, February, March of this year, you kind of made a promise to yourself about what you wanted to change in your life, what you no longer wanted to experience in your life, and what you was tired of, and some of the goals that you wanted to work towards. And right now, you're just getting put into the alignment. So if something wants to leave your life, if something is not working for you, just surrender because it's putting you in perfect alignment so that you can finally start accomplishing some of these things that have been heavy on your heart that you long for, that you wanted to come into your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Because I'm right now. I'm trying. I'm helping my daughter right now because she is in a very precarious situation with my grandbaby,
Mhm.
and it's a situation where they are trying to award an alleged father that has not been proven on paper, not on birth certificate or anything,
Mhm.
custody.
Mhm.
And honey, that's that really has my heart heavy.
Mhm. Well,
Hmm.
here's the thing. One, I'm going to let you know that you don't know all the details. That's one.
Okay.
Number two, real simple fix. She can just request a DNA test.
Okay.
Simple. Um, Number three, are you sure he didn't sign that birth certificate? Because see,
Yeah, I have it.
if he's
I have
you have a copy of the birth certificate.
right. But what I was with her when she was born, and he was not in town at all.
Okay, listen at me closely.
Okay.
You were there at the beginning, but you weren't there when everything else took place.
Okay.
And then the other thing is there is no way that they would award a father who wasn't in a child's life custody unless your daughter gave them reason to.
Okay.
I know that doesn't feel good, but that's
No,
facts. That's
no,
facts.
no, it doesn't.
That's facts.
But
So
I believe you.
remind her. See, this is the part when you say what you got to say and then you move back. Remind her
Mm-hmm.
that you can't go talking and acting a fool because that is not going to help you. If you're
Okay.
if you're not cooperating and you are not telling the whole truth and you're throwing around false allegations, if they prove that you lied, the court can see that as unfit.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna do as you say, because that's a big part of what I'm feeling that I truly do need to let go, because that's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's a lot you don't know. That's a
Mm-hmm.
cosmic street chat. That's a mess. It's a mess. And at the end of the day, as the grandmother, you can petition the court no matter who has the child that you get grandparents' rights, which means whatever y'all need to figure out, y'all can do that. But I want a right to see my grandbaby.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I will do that for sure.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. But
Yeah.
a paternity test, too easy. No one is arguing over that. But here's the thing, just because he's not the biological father, there are other things that is in consideration when it comes to custody of children. And if he has assumed responsibility for that child, i.e., have signed a birth certificate or signed a right to care, that means that he is responsible for that child, which puts him in a position of not the biological father, but the daddy, which means
Okay.
daddy gets rights. Because there's no way, if he's never been around that child, which I'm not believing that, he didn't sign any kind of paperwork, hasn't been offering any kind of support and care, that they're just going to snatch a stranger from a child and give it to a man unless your daughter has done some things that they are questioning whether or not the child best interest is being cared for with her having full custody.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do like you say what I have to say, and
That's
step
it.
back.
Step out. Yeah, step out. You've done all you can do, and you can let them know. Do you have contact with the baby's quote unquote father?
Um. Yeah. But I'd rather not, because I'm trying to stay clear. And when you talking about has been harassing and stalking, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm staying clear. I have nothing to do with this.
Well,
And look like them words he didn't want to hear.
well, it's no way that you can say you have nothing to do with this. Your daughter's involved in your grandbaby. So you do.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like you need to. I'm not the one that you need to be harassing because she doesn't live here, and he
Right.
knows that.
Right. But he knows that
But I think he's seeking my help,
he is.
and it's like, no.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, it's
If
a
my granddaughter was in danger or something, yeah, but that's not the case. So it's like, no, I'm not,
mhm,
I'm not going to do that.
mhm, mhm.
Hmm.
Well, if they're thinking about giving him full custody, somewhere they feel there is some danger. So again, danger,
Something
what
I don't know about.
what we think is danger may be very different when
Right.
it comes to a child being in danger. So we need some clarity, but what I can tell you is it's real simple. If he's not the father, your daughter can simply tell the court, you want a paternity test. If she's 100% sure he is not the father and he has not assumed any
Hmm.
of those other things, then guess what? He can go on his merry way. But she already know that is not the case.
Hmm.
She already know that's not the case. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then just let them know, hey,
Yeah.
whatever y'all decide, I just want grandparents' rights. That's it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To be able to still see my baby and spend time with her. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. How old is she? 3?
4. She just made 4.
Oh, she just made 4. Okay. Yeah, because this all really
Hmm.
kicked off when she was about 3.
Yeah. It
Mm-hmm.
did.
Yep. See, I'm not making it up. I mean, I
Oh, I know you don't. I know if I want the truth, I come.
so so
You gonna give it as is.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But there's a reason why he's crazily doing what he's doing, and it's contrary to popular belief. It's not because he loved your daughter so much and want her back. So I'm just saying, know that from his side and her side, it's a whole lot you don't know that's going on. And so, your best thing is to, you know, say what you have to say to your daughter if you have some sort of connection and can talk some sense into them so that they can do what's best for the child. Um,
Mm-hmm.
if he is the father, he should be allowed to see the child and the child spend time with him. And if she is the mother, she should have the child and the child should be, they both should have a right to raise the child together. But playing this game all of a sudden, because I don't like you, to tell you you ain't the daddy, yeah, that'll drive somebody insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough
I guess it is.
to drive somebody over the edge. Yeah. So again, like I said, the court doesn't look highly upon people lying just to get what they want with children.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
I
mm,
would tell
mm.
you to stress to your daughter, baby girl, you might want to clean up your act and you might want to start telling the truth.
Well, I will.
There you
I
go.
will stress it and try to and make a conscious effort to step back and let it go.
Yeah, let them handle it. They may when they was getting together doing all this, they didn't consult you. You wasn't nowhere in the picture. And she's a bright girl. She's a bright girl. She definitely she's a bright girl. She going through some things, but she a bright girl. Hmm. You raised her well. She's a bright girl. Hmm. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna send love to the whole family. Are you still there? Uh-oh. I think her call dropped, you guys. So we're gonna go to the next caller. Peace and love. Yeah, we're going to go to the next caller. Let's go to the next caller calling in from area code 2107. 2107. You're live on Planet Remix. What? I just looked over here. You guys are laughing. What happened? I'm sorry. 2107. You're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Uh-oh. 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 Bella, I didn't say all of that, Bella. The caller was in shock. No, she wasn't. Miss Lorraine, no. 2107, going once, gone twice, gone. Let's see. Let's go to 7132. 7132, you're live on Planet Remix. 7132. Listen, we about to go in a minute. They got scared. 7132, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. Is anyone out there? Can you guys hear me? No, they can't hear. I personally think somebody's on the line. I don't know who it is. Or either that's the ancestors coming through. We're going to try one more caller. Let's go to 9043. 9043, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
King calling from Alabama.
This is King calling from the Bama. Greetings, King from Alabama. What part of Alabama are you calling from, please?
Right now, I'm a truck driver. I'm in Mobile.
Oh, you're in Mobile?
Mobile?
My daddy was born there.
Yeah, I'm in Mobile.
You in Mobile. He didn't live there, but he was born there. Go figure. But that's a long story.
Yeah, I'm originally.
You said what now?
I said I'm originally from Ohio.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome on in. Is this your first time calling in, King?
No, this is my second time.
Okay.
Actually reaching. Okay. I don't know, just going through a few things in my life and just trying to make sure I'm making the right decisions. I feel like I am, so.
Okay.
It's the devil.
Well, you know what they say. If you like it, I love it.
Hey, that's how I feel about it.
If you like it, King, I love it.
So
that's
good enough for me.
Listen, that's beautiful enough. I'm sure, but if you want me to take a look, I certainly can.
Oh yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, I really feel like this move that you are about to make, I really think it is for the best. I just want you to be open and flexible because you may have to it's just not going to happen as fast as you want it to. So definitely make sure you be patient with yourself. Keep your eye on the prize. And I think the number one thing for you is to make sure that you have things lined up in case there is a gap, because Spirit is sort of showing me a bridge, but it's a drawbridge. And if you ever gone across a drawbridge and you know when the light turned red, you already know.
Yeah.
You're going to be on that bridge for a minute because you got to wait for it to open, got to wait for the boat to go through. And then you got to wait for them to lower it back, make sure everything is good before you continue to go forward. I don't know. I guess people remember you because Nakiba said he had some homework before that I gave you homework. So I guess they do. I guess they do. They remember you, King.
I don't think it's me.
You don't think it's your King said it wasn't him. King said not him. It's the wrong King. You know, we got a lot of kings floating around Planet Remix. It's a lot of king. It's a lot of kings. But that's what I see, King. I see that you are definitely moving in the right direction. Um, tie up loose ends is another thing that I hear, which is, indicative of this time of the year. But really, Spirit is saying that you got some loose ends of some things you need to make sure that you take care of them, especially when you have the time. Don't let things linger. Don't let things get to the point where they're about to expire. So, actually, one of your guides is holding up something. It's either a driver's license or some sort of ID that is close to expiration. And Spirit is saying, don't let things linger. Make sure that you renew them in the time that they need to be renewed. The other thing is, I think you're going to meet someone from a different culture, a different background that's going to be very, very instrumental in your life in this next sort of phase.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
You're welcome.
All right.
Well, much love to you, King. Let me give you some sparkles. Where are you headed? Where are you headed?
Destin, Florida.
Oh, you're going to Florida.
Yeah.
I watch I shouldn't say a lot, but I watch a few truckers because I just think it's fascinating and amazing that have YouTube channels and how they travel. It's this one sister called Slime Pack. I like watching her because she's
Yeah.
a badass girl. Have you heard of her? She badass on the road. She got her own merch. She
Nope, I'm not familiar with them though, but I have seen them on TikTok.
Yeah, that would be cool if you got you a little YouTube channel. We would watch you, King. We watch you drive.
You're watching.
Yeah, we watch it. Are you an independent driver or do you drive for Prime? Do you drive for one of these companies? Who you drive for?
Right now, JB Hunt.
Oh, you drive for JB. See, I even know the language. Check it out, King. I know
Right.
the language. I know. I know a
Look,
little
you
something. Y'all can tell I got too much time on my hands, but I just find them fascinated, especially the girl truckers, because they be getting their nails done, hair done, lashes, and they be moving them rigs. They be moving them
Yeah,
rigs.
they be looking fly. Look, it be surprising me. Like, damn, you rolling that big old cab?
I love to see them when they be backing up. They be backing their truck up, taking their showers. Like, I learned so much about that world. I have so much respect for truckers, more respect for them, and just the work that they're doing. Because right now, you guys are taking a hit in America with the trucking industry. Hopefully, they can work out all of the kinks and you guys can get back to rolling and making some big bank. What kind of rig are you driving?
Right.
What kind of truck are you driving?
Oh, I got an international.
Oh, you got an international. Oh, okay. Okay. See. Look. See, King.
Yeah.
I know, King. I know.
Look, this makes sense. All right. Have
Well,
a nice night, Blue.
You too. Be safe on the road. We love you. We're going to send you some sparkles. We wish you a safe trip. Have some fun on the road and think about getting a YouTube channel so we can all watch you out there. It's a lot of truckers that call into the remix.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. Thank you.
All right. Peace and love. Hold the line. King probably said, I'm never calling back in here. He's still on the line. He probably said, you know what? But no, King, everything looks beautiful, looks good. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's go to the next caller. Calling in from area code. Did I go to that area code? Calling in from area code. We're going to try this again. Area code 2107. 2107, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from. 2107. Going once. Going twice. Gone. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to the next caller calling in from area code 3474. 3474, you're live on Planet Remix. Please tell us who you are.
Greetings.
Greetings. Who's on the
Great.
line?
How
Hello.
are you?
I'm good. How are you?
You wouldn't believe who this is.
I am clueless, but I know you got your God mic on, so tell us.
Brooklyn's own King Simon.
Oh my goodness!
Finally,
Hi,
the numero veta is in the building.
hi, King. Look, I'm just call you because I had to catch myself. King Solomon is.
Yeah, I know everybody used to call me that. In the reggae world over there in Flatbush, where you said you used to live
Really?
around tennis court, they used to call me
Yes.
King Solomon all the time. Don't worry
I
about it.
love it. How are you?
I am vulnerable. Tell Kyrene I'm not going to be in Brooklyn. I live in Georgia now. I won't be in it for tomorrow. I
Oh,
don't
you
even do
live in
promotion in
Georgia.
Brooklyn unless I have to. But I haven't. My last promotion in Brooklyn was with Ashra Crazy. I had Ashra Crazy and his wife, so we had a great time.
Beautiful. I haven't had
So
Brother
yeah,
Ashwa Kwesi on the show in such a long time. It's so crazy you mentioned that because, well, not crazy. We all know
yes,
things are in alignment. I was reorganizing my books and
yes,
all of his books, I put all of his books together. And I was like, oh, I got to go back
yes,
through them. Amazing work,
yes.
especially when it comes
His
to
birthday just passed too, December
ah,
12th.
happy born
Was his
day. I
birthday. I
need to
called him
write
for
that
his
down.
birthday.
Wow.
Yeah, I called him for his born day the other day. I always check on the elders. All the elders I call, Professor
Oh,
Smalls,
well,
everybody. Dr.
beautiful.
Africa when he was alive, everybody. I just call them
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
But I definitely wanted to ask you about something, of course,
Okay, sure.
in regards. My grandmother and grandfather. Well, both from two different sides of the family in there.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them passed on, but my grandfather was the last to pass on at 103 years of age.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to go to the funeral. So I've
Right.
been, I hope he wasn't upset with me and all that
No,
kind
no,
of stuff.
no.
So I don't know if you could tap into
Well,
that
let me
energy
look. Yeah, and
about my grandfather because
I will. And
he,
just so you know, I don't like to know anything. I
yes,
like to go in raw, King.
okay, oh yeah, I understand.
I like to go in
He's
raw.
from Brooklyn.
You know, I like to be
He's from
raw when
Brooklyn.
I go in. You know, I'm a raw girl. I like it
You sound,
raw.
you sound,
But
you sound like ODB. He likes to go into raw too.
I don't know if I'm ODB raw, but I have ran into him in the cosmic streets.
Hilarious.
Let's see if we can bring your grandfather through. Hmm. 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 Okay, so here let me see what I'm getting. Here's a couple of things. Number one, I see your grandfather, but I also see I see land and I see water. Whenever I see
Hmm.
that, it
Right.
tells me there was some distance, meaning physical distance, or
Yes.
either he was from another place, like he was from
Yes.
somewhere else. He was from somewhere else. Um, the
Yes.
the other thing that your grandfather is acknowledging, because I do see you have a host of ancestors and elders on the other side. But I really truly
Yes.
believe this is your grandfather coming forward because as he's coming forward, I see a man who was bow legged. Like, I don't know how to
Hmm.
describe how he walks. It's almost like something was
Right. Right.
very distinctive in his walk
Yes.
of how he walked and how he sort of presented himself and carried himself like in his walk. It's something in his walk he's showing me. But the other thing that he's also acknowledging is that a week prior to him passing away, he went and
Mm.
visited all of the family through the astro realm. And people were saying
Mm.
they had dreams or they thought of him that day, or,
Mm.
his name came up. And he said that he even had a conversation with you before he passed, and you knew he was going to pass. Like you
Mm.
didn't I don't know if you expressed that or said anything, but you kind of knew he was going to pass. You
Mm,
had that feeling. And many of those who was very,
mm,
very close to him. The other thing that I show is that he doesn't want you to question anything. Because after he passed, there
mm.
was a lot of questions that came up in the family as far
Yeah.
as I see paternity questions. Boy, it's a paternity night here tonight. There was some lineage paternity questions coming up. There were some questions about who, uh, not so much his lineage, but
Hmm.
children, who the children were, and who was connected to who. Like it was this. I I don't want to say mass
Hmm.
confusion, but there was a lot of uncovering of and some questions of paternity. But he never wants anyone to question or you to question anything because he
Hmm.
really, if he could have had it in his perfect way, he would have wanted to pass alone. In fact, he was trying to do his best because towards the end, he wasn't talking. He's showing me that he was no longer speaking. So he
Hmm.
was doing his best to just allow people to be at peace. But he's certainly not mad at you. No ancestor is mad. He said he lived a very, very full life. He lived, a
Yeah.
very full life. He doesn't have any regrets. But he does have one
Hmm.
regret, and that is that he would have
Hmm.
explored more of the things that he didn't know anything of. His accent is very thick. Don't ask me why. I may be the only psychic that people feel like they got to come through as their authentic self.
Yeah.
But
He was from Jamaica. He was from Jamaica.
oh,
Yes.
it's
Very
making
thick.
sense because
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you saying? Yes, okay. So he
Yeah.
he wish he would have explored more because he's telling me what he really loved was art. He loved colors. He loved art. He loved art, like things of art. He really, had a connection with
He,
that. Go ahead.
he was a contractor. So he
Mm.
built houses. He loved
Oh,
house. He built my aunt's house, my mother's
okay.
house back in Jamaica. He built a lot of houses throughout Jamaica
Well, he's
when he was
showing
he loved
me.
design. Definitely
Yes,
design. He loved
yes,
design. So
okay.
artist
Yes,
transformation.
he
Right.
absolutely is showing me how he loved that. But he said he wished he would have explored that like beyond the boundaries of where he was. And this is what he wants to give
Mm.
to all of the grands, the great grands, and the great great grands, you know, of all of the
He
family.
know I have the most. He know I have the most. I have 9 children and
Oh,
13
no.
grandchildren.
Oh, because he's showing me this legion of kids. I was like, wow, must have had a
Yeah,
big,
I have a
big.
lot of. I have a lot.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me, I had I had the most out of everybody, out of all
Okay.
my, because I
Okay.
was in that entertainment world and I
Yeah.
had children.
Oh, wow. Wow. How beautiful. Well, he's saying a lot of that, in his younger years. You get it honestly. But, he's definitely acknowledging that he loves design. He loves design. Like that's what he's showing me art, like things that are beautiful. And he wish he would have explored that more. And so that's what he's passing on to all of them. Now, one of the things he's holding up for you, he's holding up four. So I don't know the significance. Were you the fourth oldest, fourth youngest grandchild? What are you in reference to four? Was your parent the fourth
I'm
something child to him? Because he's holding four.
well, 4 is connected to Aquarius, and I am Aquarius
Well, he's holding
in
up a
numerology.
right.
I'm a numerologist. So he knows
Beautiful.
probably that I do.
I
Yeah.
love
So yeah, I
numerology
wrote
too.
4. A matter of fact, I wrote 4 books.
Beautiful. Oh, wow.
Interesting.
We may have to have you come on and share a little bit. I will
Oh,
say,
sure,
I
sure.
don't know you personally, but I have heard about you in the
Right.
cosmic streets. You,
Yes,
you,
man.
you, you
Yeah, I've done a lot of promotion.
I've
I've done
heard
a lot.
about you
Yes,
in
what
the
I've done.
cosmic streets, you know. But yeah, he is
Right.
holding up the number 4 significance, and
Wow.
he's telling me to tell you about the 4. So that's the confirmation. You would know what the 4 means. And he's
Mm,
making that
mm,
acknowledgement. He's making that acknowledgement. Now, here's something very, very interesting. Let me ask you a
yes.
question about he's showing me a well. So I don't know what is the significance of a well in the family as it relates to the family. What would a well?
He had a well. He had a well in front of his house
Mm,
where he pumped water out of
okay.
in Jamaica. And those who know, it's not too far from Ensom City in Spanish Town, Jamaica,
Oh
Brunswick.
wow.
So he used to pump. There was a spout that stuck right out of the ground. So
Mm, mm.
but that's the only well that I remember
Well,
and recall because,
listen.
like I said, he lived to 100 years. He lived to 103. So that also
Wow.
one of the
Bless
three
his
is a
heart.
four. Is a
Yes,
four.
it is.
So,
That, oh, I didn't even think of that. Absolutely. Well, here's the thing. See, when I'm connecting with spirits on the other side, they will often give me symbols. And even though I can interpret
mm,
them, a lot of times they don't mean anything to me. It is to give, it's
right.
evidential
Right.
mediumship to give the clarity to the person I'm doing the reading for, because well means nothing to me, but it means everything to
Right.
you. And it's to show you
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, Miss Blue, who don't know you, know me, I'm
No,
giving you these
no,
signs
that's
and
right.
symbols so that you can know that he is really there. Now, here's another
That's right.
thing. Well, you kind of answered that question because he's also holding a birthday cake in acknowledgement of someone having a birthday, which would be you. If you're an Aquarius, your birthday is coming up. So he's acknowledging.
Right.
But
And his
he,
daughter actually, and his daughter is born
ah,
January 31st, which is a
hey,
four, and I'm coming after him. I'm born right after her. That's my aunt. Actually, that's
oh,
my aunt
okay,
born and his
beautiful.
youngest daughter.
Okay, so
So that's
he's acknowledging, he's acknowledging. He said he's at all births and all birthday parties. He's even
yeah, he loves
acknowledging
her.
there are some children that have part of his name, that he's making some of those acknowledgments. He's acknowledging the
Mm,
children that he was able to meet. So there were some children who weren't born in the
oh,
family. He was the one who ushered them in and helped them cross over. Um,
oh,
to know what the family is,
oh,
because that's what our ancestors do. So they get to see, people always
right.
say, oh, I wish my mother was alive to see my baby. I wish my daddy was here. Oh, they've seen them. Not only did they see them, they were the ones to usher
Mm,
them in, to bring them over, to say, this is the family you're getting ready. Let me tell you about the family you're about to be born in. And this is why you can look
mm,
at some of your children, you can look at nieces, nephews, cousins, and even though they may not
mm,
have been born during the time that your grandfather lived, they will
mm,
stand like him, walk like him, talk like him, do a gesture like them. And people will say, that's crazy how you doing a gesture. Your grandfather used to eat like that, or your aunt used to talk,
mm,
sit like that. And they would wonder,
right.
how could this child know this, but they haven't been born? The child knows because the child
Mm,
was brought in, ushered into the family by the ancestors.
mm,
And here's the thing, the ancestors usher
yeah,
us out. They come to them.
mm,
You'll often hear them
mm,
speak about seeing relatives who have already made their transition when they're getting ready to go. And when babies are born, they also bring them in. So he is around. He's excited for you. He said you got some things coming up next year, and that's going to be a very big
yeah,
year
yeah,
for you. He said, especially when it starts
yes.
getting around April, February, April, and he is excited. He said he's front row. He's going to be there. And
Those
he's,
are those are my power months. Actually, those are my power months in
oh,
numerology, and
let's
I'm
go.
going into an 11 personal year, which is a
Oh,
master number year
that's
next year.
right.
So
That's right.
I
That
I
11,
got I
that
got
11.
oh yeah,
That's, I
yeah, that
call it the
11, yes.
runway. I call it the runway. It's a
Exactly,
takeoff. You're going to take off.
exactly
Take
the
off.
runway, exactly. you
So,
know, but
wow. Yeah. So your grandfather is there. Also, here's another thing. Do you have a birthmark?
Yes, I do have a
Yeah,
birthmark.
he's acknowledging your birthmark. It actually is a map. So if you take a look at it, take a picture and take a look. It's a map.
Wow.
It's a map to take you into a past life. But he's acknowledging that past life because that is a past life that you and him spent together in. And in that particular past life, you were the older brother and he was the younger brother. But you spent past
Wow.
lives with your grandfather. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And
Wow.
he's acknowledging your birthmark, and reminding me to tell you to take a picture of that birthmark. Maybe look at some
Hmm.
earlier maps that's going to take us into the 1800s or a little earlier, and see if you can find
Hmm.
that. But that birthmark on you is a clue to that past life and where you spent time in that particular past life. Very, very interesting.
You
Hmm.
know what's so funny, Ms. Blue? I dreamt about being in the 1800 years ago, but because I still do astro travel, and
Yeah.
thanks to people like Bobby Hemmett and Panic
Oh,
that alerted
yes.
me on
Love
getting
them.
back into my astro travel. I went to the memorial for Panic with the
Mm.
celebration.
Ashe, Ashe.
Him and his
Beautiful.
wife and I, we kind of hugged and we talked, and
Yeah.
it was a good. I spoke, and
Beautiful.
Khadija started crying because of how I gave a great presentation for Panic
Beautiful. I did a
to show that
show. I didn't,
because he.
yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, no, no. Go
I was
ahead.
listening to your show when you did it. When you were
Oh,
talking about Panic and all of
oh,
that. I was
yeah.
there. I was listening. I
Oh,
mean, you shouted me out.
yeah.
And
Oh, I probably don't remember, but yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Solomon, you kept on calling me
Oh,
Solomon,
Solomon.
but
Yes.
King Solomon.
I'm gonna get
It's
into
all
your
good, but
Akashic records one day. Maybe you'll give me permission. I'll go real deep because that King Solomon.
I emailed you. I emailed you to do a session, but you never emailed me back. So I said, all
Well,
right. See,
here's
I
the.
hit you up on your DM. So I hit you up on your 2 DMs on
Oh,
Instagram.
listen.
So if you look
Yeah,
at your DM when you get
I
a chance,
will.
hit me
I
back
will.
and we can connect.
Yeah,
I'll definitely
I
come and do a
certainly
session
will.
with
Yeah, I certainly will take a look. Here's the thing. My waiting list, I
you. Yes,
finally,
I know.
after many years, got
Gosh.
it under a year. I am so excited, King. I'm so excited. And I'm about to open my books again here, and hopefully it's already given 2 years waiting list again. But I apologize for that. I am behind on my emails,
No, it's
but
all right.
yeah, yeah.
I understand. You ain't
Yeah.
the only one. Don't worry.
But
I
tell me
understand.
about you, this dreaming in the 1800s. Now, here's the interesting thing. Like most of the people I've been doing the Akashic record files from the Premiere files. Normally,
Hmm.
what happens is like we're moving fast and slow at the same time. And I know you know this. Anyone who does the esoteric arts, I always tell people you're going to tap into the record somehow if you're doing this work, even if you don't call yourself nothing, you just at home doing your work. If you're in this spiritual realm, you're going to eventually bump into your records. You're going to see that. But normally, it was between 400 to 500 years before we would reincarnate back. But what I've been seeing is a shorter period of time. I want to say back during COVID, seen someone pass and
Hmm.
reincarnate back in 2023.
Mm.
And they came through because I did a reading for a couple. I did the wife first and then the husband. And they were just
Hmm.
sharing with me that they had a baby. The baby was only like 6 or 7 months old. And
Wow.
when they were talking to me, the baby was talking. And I kept saying, wait a
Mm.
minute. I can understand this child, which I understand baby talk. They talk to me all the time. But I realized that this was someone who had passed away during COVID and they
Mm.
reincarnated right back. So that window or that gap of 5 years, then it went down to like maybe 100 years and then 50 years. I thought 50 years is like, that's a quick turnaround, but it's because our
Right.
awareness on the planet has changed, which means you were very, very conscious in the
Mm.
1800s in the work that you were doing, very
Hmm.
conscious, very aware uh, on the planet because Earth is how can I say this? Earth is not hell. Earth is not hell, but we think
Yes,
Earth
sir.
is hell. It can be because
Right.
we can make it hell,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes,
But
that's
everyone
right.
who is here, we literally raised our hand and said, "Oh, please
Yep.
pick me. Pick me.
Yep. Exactly.
I'm ready to go.
Exactly.
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to come back. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to come back to the
Mm.
planet." We all decided to do that. And so we've entered into another era. And so this era of what we understand karma to be, because, often it was taught that you clear the slate while you're here. So you don't have any karma,
Yes.
so you don't have to come back here. That's over. Soul contracts over. Everybody everybody in your life is because you want
Mm-hmm.
them in your life.
Right.
No
Exactly.
one's making you.
Exactly.
No one's holding
Exactly.
you. And unfortunately, I just want to kind of run this because it's here since you're here, and we're gonna
Go
finish
ahead.
talking if you don't mind. But here's the other thing:
No problem.
spirit, you can say God, the universe, divine, sees
Right.
everyone who leaves Earth as suicide. It's a choice.
Mm. Yeah.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
Right.
I'm not promoting that by no stretch of the
Right.
imagination, but it is a choice. It is a co situation where you
Yeah.
say, just like you said, I'm ready to be here, you say, I'm ready to leave.
Yeah.
And we have,
It's interesting.
no, go ahead. I want to hear.
It's interesting you said that. My last book is called New Motivation for Mental Stability, and it
Ooh,
was a love letter to two of my friends that took their own life.
this is
To
why we're
learn how to
talking about
recognize
it.
numbers for mental instability, because I know they was born under numbers that are in my book is connected to suicide and all that.
That's right. Because
I studied the patterns for years.
that's right. There are
Yeah.
frequencies, there
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
numbers
Yes.
that make us
Frequency. Right.
more
Exactly.
susceptible to that vibration. And
Yes.
this is why I'm
Exactly.
so glad you brought that up. I'm going to have to get your book. I'm so glad you brought that
I'm
up.
gonna send it to you. I will send you one. I
Okay.
got no problem
Yes.
sending you one, my dear.
Because
Yeah, hit me up on that DM. I'll
I
hit you
sure
up.
will.
Hit me
I
up.
sure will. Because here's the thing:
Yes.
we know energy is real and there's different
Yes.
frequencies. And so this is why I tell
Mm-hmm.
people, stop listening to your thoughts, because your thoughts are not all yours.
Mm-hmm.
We're antennas. We can pull in information and release them.
That's
They're
right.
not all of our thoughts, and a
That's right.
lot of times we sometimes are caught into these frequencies. And if you don't understand, it's kind of like going outside when it's 30 below and it's snowing with hail and ice, and you think you're going to wear
Right.
some shorts and flip-flops and a t-shirt. Oh, you can do it, but it's not going to turn out how you think.
I used to live in Canada, so I know
Oh,
it
you
don't
know,
work if
right?
you're in cold.
Oh, it's not going to go like you think. Oh, yeah, you in the rude awakening. That's a whole nother.
Yeah,
Ooh.
whole another animal.
Yeah, that's a whole nother animal. So, yes, we're gonna give out the callers' social media so you guys can get in
Sure,
touch with
honey.
him. And definitely, I think this is a great
Sure.
invitation for you to come back and be a guest
Yeah,
on the remix. I love numbers. One of the first things
me too.
outside of energy, because my first love,
Yeah,
King,
yeah,
is emotions. I fell in love with the
yeah.
chakras and
Of course.
energy. And then from energy, I fell in love with numbers, because the numbers
Right.
became the vibration, the frequency, the vibration
Exactly.
that you're feeling behind it.
Exactly.
And so that'll be great,
Yeah.
because that'll be something that,
I've been listening to you for years from Panic and Bobby been on your show, and I've been listening to you. I've just been in the background because I remember I was promoting events and all that stuff out in New York. And
oh,
when is
wow.
your birthday?
Listen, we going to talk about it.
Look at you. Look at the remix. He just gave me the remix, people.
We gonna talk about. We gonna talk.
He just gave me the remix.
We're gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about that.
Okay.
We gonna talk about
I'll
that.
give it my social media and allow some other people to get on because this is all love. Believe me,
Yes,
this is all
it
love. We never
is.
met. And we never met. I
met.
just admire her. I just admire her energy, her voice is so. Because I used to do radio in New York. I was on WWRL, LID.
Oh
So
wow.
your voice is just.
Uh-oh. Did we lose? No, we didn't. Wait a minute. Hold on. King, where you at? We got to open up the portal. We got to open up the portal. Did we lose him? No. What's going on the phone lines? Shoot. Okay, let me see if he's still on the phone. Is anybody still on the phone lines? Can you guys still hear? I'm still going to give out his information. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. Let me go to mine because he said he left me a message. Hold on, you guys. I told you these phone lines. Here he is, right here. What happened? Okay, I'm going to give you guys his Instagram to King Simon. You're going to go to iam.kingsimon. I'm going to put it in chat. Oh, wait a minute. What? Can you guys hear me? You guys can't hear me at all? Oh, so I'm the one that... Let me see if I can be heard. You can hear me? You can hear me, Sammy? It says I'm reconnecting. So they must have dropped the call. Okay. Okay, you guys. So you ready for his information? You can hear me? Okay, beautiful. I don't know what's happened, but I told you guys that happened with the last caller. It's IAM. Wait a minute. We were having such a good conversation. That's okay. We'll finish. I'm pretty sure I'll have him come on as a guest. S-I-M-O-N. He said he will. Okay, so this is his Instagram. We can hear you, and some other people on the phone said it hung up on them. Okay, so it's hanging up. Okay, you guys, so listen. The phone lines are out. No. That's King Simon's information. Definitely go check him out. Okay. Okay. All right. So there we go. We're going to see if we can, I'm going to try to see if I can get him back. I'm going to try one more time. Oh, the phone lines are silent. Okay. So the phone lines are silent. All right, you guys. So that's all right. That's all right. What a beautiful share. And I want to say thank you to all of the callers and everybody in the Blue Room for coming on the phone lines. Just hold on. Maybe the phone lines will reconnect themselves. I'm not sure, but remember I told you guys when I came on that they were having some sort of technical issues on the phone lines as well. But the main thing that I want us to take away, here's two things that I want you all to take away. Number one, take care of your bodies. Take care of your bodies. Take care of all of your bodies. Make sure you're feeding, taking in some good vibration, some good healing, some good energy. Make sure you're taking all of these good things in, whatever you're watching, listening to. Um, I know, Almighty Justice. I'm so sorry. The phone lines have been, yeah, they've been doing a thing this whole night. But take care of yourself. Also, I want to remind you all to make sure you're on the text line, because when I make the special announcement, I want you all to know. And the next time that the last workshop that I'm going to be doing this year, meaning 2023, it's going to be wish magic. Going to be doing some predictions, going to give you some power days, all kinds of goodies. We're going to talk about some of that other stuff that we was talking about that we're not going to talk about on here. And we're just going to have a good time and getting together. Meanwhile, if you have any of the digital download products, please, please, please utilize the things that you're working with. I see you guys, y'all love that H2O elevation. You love that earth magic. You love that fire. You love that air magic. So keep working with all of those things. If you have the Akashic files, the Akashic records, keep working the Akashic files, the Akashic records, all of those things. Stay in the work. Stay in the work. Keep loving yourself first and foremost. That's going to be there. Being good to yourself and being good to others and enjoying this time. No matter what your background is, this is a time that definitely, it's a time to really be in a state of gratitude and reflection. And also in a time of seeing what's on the horizon for you. What's on the horizon for you? No, the phone lines are not new. No, the phone lines aren't new. The site was just having some technical problems. So they told me that when I logged in, but I am grateful and thankful for the time that we had. And we have all we got a lot of CMEs coming in, which are downloads. So pay very close attention to your dreams, all kinds of things. I've been in Astro Magic on Clubhouse. So you want to get on that text line because that's how you're going to know how to connect with me. Get on the text line. So I may be doing some pop-up magic here in the cosmic streets. And so you'll know what's going down. And don't forget, I have a big surprise coming for Planet Remix. And that probably will be the last show of the year until we move into 2024. So I love you all. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. And don't forget, for those of you to follow Goddess Rainwater, be in the class on Sunday. That's going to be a ton of fun. And even if you, I think part 1 is still available. So if you're thinking I didn't get a chance to get part 2, but I want to join I didn't do part 1, but I want to join part 2. I think you still can get part 1 and have part 2. So when you have that downtime, when you're spending it with family and friends and all of your loved ones, that you can have that time to do it. You can sit down. They're great projects, especially if you have young kids as well. It's really good for everyone. So, yeah. I don't want to be up here just talking. I wanted to talk to you guys and I don't like it, but we're going to trust the process right here. Trust the process right here. And we ended off with a beautiful call with the brother King Simon. I'm going to say his name right. Really, really to do that. And being able to connect with each and every single one of you. So, all of you, all of the callers, let's run the show up. Let's keep it going. And I will hit you all in the comments. So, we're going to get out of here. Let me play a little bit of Baby Blue to close us out. And yeah, we're going to go from there. Oh, my bad. I can't play Baby Blue. Because what do you mean you guys are talking? Who y'all talking to? Oh, you guys can hear Baby Blue? So how you can't hear it? How come I can't hear it? uh, how come I can't hear? I don't hear nothing. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. You guys heard it on the phone lines? Well, some of y'all got that bat phone. Some of y'all got that magical line, that magical hotline. And so you can hear it. Cause I don't even hear it. So I don't hear it either, Supremacy. I don't hear it. I don't hear anybody but me, but that's good as well too. So we're going to get out of here. I'll see you all in these cosmic streets. Love you, soul family. Peace and love. Ciao.